guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to Queenie Vee's community. Welcome to our channel. In today's video, guys, I'm gonna share with you tips as to how you can be successful in your interview for social work job here in UK. Questions and answers relating to social work job here in UK. If you are interested, let's jump right into the video. So, what are some of the techniques? What are some of the strategies that you need to develop to be able to pass your social work interview here in UK? Tip number 1 is for you to attend the interview with confidence. Confidence will play a very big part in your interview. If you go for the interview appearing very wobbly and having low self-esteem and having low self-confidence, it will show to the people who are interviewing you, and you will mix up your words. You might even forget some of the questions. You might even forget some of the answers that you have for the questions because of lack of confidence. You will not be able to sell yourself very well to the employer to employ you for the job that you are looking for. My tip for you is to practice some of the possible questions you are likely to be asked. Practice it in the mirror, practice it with your friends, and that will build your confidence up. And also, build your confidence, be more confident in yourself, because they have picked up your CV, they have picked up your personal statement, they have picked up your application, and so you have stood up for them. They want you. That is why they've called you for an interview. So that should boost your confidence up even more so, because if they don't like you, they will not have called you for interview. But I have to warn you, here in UK, social work job is very in high demand. It's very competitive. So there's so many people who will be applying for the job, who will go for the interview the same as you. So sell yourself to them so that they will be able to know that you are the good candidate for this job. Tip number 2, they will ask you this generic question: why do you want to become a social worker? This is a generic question that majority of the local authority or even a voluntary organization will ask you. So why do you want to be employed as a social worker? In your interview, you need to be prepared to answer this question. You need to practice this question time and time again before going for the interview. My advice to you is that if you are answering a question about why do you want to become a social worker, obviously maybe because of your passion, that is why you want to become a social worker. Don't just say it because I'm passionate about working with vulnerable people. You need to give example as to why you are passionate. What have you done in terms of being passionate about vulnerable people? So link it up with the work experience that you have done. I'm passionate about social work, and I have done a voluntary work in, say, domestic violence team, and I've been assisting and supporting victims of domestic violence, giving them confidence, giving them advice, signposting them to different charity organizations that can help them. So always give a practical example of what you have done. Don't be too descriptive. Social work is not a descriptive kind of job. Social work is analysis and evaluation. So show to them that you can analyze information, you can evaluate information by giving practical examples. Also, let them become aware of some of the challenges that you have gone through to become successful in your social work program. When it comes to the difficulties and the challenges, let them aware that you are aware of social work, some of the difficulties, and give practical example. Before you be able to qualify as a social worker here in UK, you must have completed your social work degree or your master's, and you must have completed your placement. So you have gone through some challenges, some difficulties to be able to finish your social work degree course or your master's course. Give the challenges that you went through, combining practical placement and combining the theoretical, the academic side of social work. Give them examples of how you managed to overcome those hurdles. Give them examples, practical example of how you manage to overcome the challenges and the difficulties of completing your social work program. If you have been working as a social worker already and you want to switch the teams, give them practical example of some of the challenges that you have gone through and how you manage to overcome those challenges. Examples is so very important when you come to do your social work interviews here in UK. I will advise you to be mindful of the skills, the knowledge that you have gained as a result of finish your social work program. You have to give them practical examples of the skills that you have developed. Time management skills, ability to prioritize work, ability to work as a member of staff, ability to support duty, ability to seek supervision, ability to ask questions, ability to attend training, ability to reflect on your practice. These are things that you are going to do when you come into social work. So show to them that you are aware of those things already. How did you manage time management? How were you able to prioritize your workload? How were you able to manage and prioritize and meet deadlines? You need to give those practical examples, and they will be able to know that when you come to do the job, you'll be able to meet the deadlines, because already meeting deadlines when you were at the university, submitting your assignment, and you understand the importance of deadline in social work. And so when you come in, you will use the same skills to come in to do this job and prioritize your workload. So give them practical examples. Time management, you've been going or you've been going for your placement on time, you've been going for your lectures on time, and now you are coming into social work to come and do a proper job. You are going to be on time for your appointments, your meetings, your conferences. Tell them what you have done and link it up with what you are going to do, so they become aware and they know that you've done it already. So when you come to do the proper job, you're still going to do the same thing. That will help you to stand out in your interview. Social work is evidence-based. I do know that. And social work as well is kind of theoretical, because you need to go for training, you need to read, you need to do research. So when you are doing your interview, always link up with some of the research that you have done. Give example by reading this book. Maybe, for instance, by reading Neil Thompson, I do understand about the importance of anti-oppressive practice, anti-discriminatory practice. And when I come to work within this organization, I will incorporate anti-operative practice in my work by respecting the client, by respecting confidentiality, by respecting their human rights. They know, use some of the social work terminologies as well in your interviews. Don't just say it blankly, so raw, as if you have not even qualified as a social worker. Every profession have got their own terminologies. So learn the terminologies in social work, and when you are answering the questions, link the questions into the terminologies in social work. That will help the people who are interviewing you to know that you know your stuff, you know what you are in for, and so they can employ you for the job. If they ask you, tell me about your interest, don't just say, oh, I love going to church. Yeah, fair enough, you love going to church. How does it link up with social work? You can say, I'm a Christian, I go to church, and I'm passionate about social work values is relating to some of the religious values that you have in terms of respecting people. So your value already is respecting people as a Christian, and when you come into social work, some of the social work value is about respecting your client. So you're going to incorporate the interest that you have about respecting, the value you have about respecting people into your social work career as well. So any interest that you have, link it up with the practicality of social work. Every job have got their person specification, the description of the job itself, the role, the expectation of the job. So you need to study the person specification. So children's services perhaps will have their person specification. If you want to work within the adult services, they have a different role, criteria they are looking for. So you need to study that to be able to answer the questions as much as possible. For instance, if you come into children's services and you want to work within the safeguarding team, the MASH team, the child protection team, they are more likely to ask you questions around child protection. So you need to know something like Section 47 investigation, strategy meeting with the police, single investigation, joint working. You need to know exactly what you are in for. If you are into the adult services, there's adult community care, adult mental health team. So you need to learn and know exactly what some of the questions relate to the specific area of social work that you want to work in. Sometimes they will ask you, why should we employ you? Among all those people who have applied for this job, why do we have to employ you? So you need to sell yourself and give them practical examples of what you have done, why you think that they should employ you. Give them in terms of your time management, ability to prioritize work, ability to work as part of a team, ability to cover duty, ability to do research, ability to attend training, ability to work with client group that you are looking for, that you want to work in, and give examples of what you have done, the voluntary work you have done, or maybe the practice placement that you have done. Here in UK, if you are looking for a job, they will give you an interview, and after the interview, they will give you a case study as well. The case study will relate to the team that you want to work in. For instance, if you want to come into the MASH team, the case study will be relating to child protection issues. If you want to go into the fostering team, the case study will be relating to foster carers and support for foster carers. If you want to go into the adult service side of social work, obviously all the case study will be relating to vulnerable adults in the community. So you need to find out some of the case study that relates to the job that you are applying for, and try to find questions that you think are likely they are going to ask you, and you have to try to practice it. So when you go in, it wouldn't become like a cultural shock and you start missing your words and forgetting your words. You also need to know some sort of theories, social work theories. So when you go for the interview, you can link some of the practicality or the examples that you are citing, linking it up with social work theories. There's so many theories, but relating to a specific job role, attachment theory, person-centered approach, the system theory, strength-based theory. There's so many theories that you are going to learn at the university. Try your best as much as possible to link some of the theories into the practicality, so at least they know you are aware of the models, you are aware of the theories that you are going to use to support the vulnerable people that you are going to work within this. I hope my videos have been beneficial to you. I hope I have been able to share some tips with you in terms of interview questions and answers. If there's something I have not covered, please, we are learning from each other. Put that in the comment section. Let me also hear from you. If there's any specific questions that you have, put it into the comment section. I'm more than happy to answer as much as possible. Sharing is caring. I'm here to share ideas with students. I'm here to share ideas with people who are new into social work. I'm here to share ideas with people who want to join social work. International students from Africa and other parts of the world. If you are interested to come and do social work here in UK, if you are interested in coming to study to do social work in UK, then link up with me, join this community, but because I'm going to bring other professionals on board as well to share their knowledge with you. I want to end by saying your dreams, your aspiration can come true. You never know. But what you need to do is to work hard towards your dreams and aspiration. And one day, you never know, it can come to pass. Thanks for watching. See you on my next video. And kudos to those of you who have watched me to this end. I hope you have learned something out of this video. Bye.